And there's a bolt in here instead of an adjusting screw. So that's not good. Wonder who did that. I don't know anybody around here do a thing like that.
Buckle up and hang on. Let's see what's going to happen next around here.
We're going to shoot over and pick up old Waylon wire over there. He does some cool stuff.
Hey, welcome to Rat Rods. My name's Waylon Wire, and don't ever do what we do here on this channel.
Hello boys and girls, welcome back to Waylon Wire's Old Iron here in the little shop where nightmares come true. Hey, Tucson, Duct Tape Drags this next weekend, October 17th and 18th. I think that's a Friday and Saturday, but check it out for yourself because sometimes I'm wrong about things like that. Anyway, that's when I'm going to be there, so I hope I got that right. Anyway, yeah, got some bad news. My buddy Robo Frank went with me on power tour. He wussied out, you know, something about business and you know, work, and I don't know. But anyway, he's not going. And the good news, that's the bad news. The good news is there's another hairy-legged old rat rodder going to fly in and meet me in Salt Lake City halfway, and then we'll go down together. And then he's flying out of Tucson back home, and I'm coming home by myself, which I don't mind. I love driving that old car. I just love it. I never get bored. I never get tired of hearing them old glass packs sing and that old 327 hum, you know. So it's all good. Anyway, now Frank really wanted to go, but he had some things at work come up, and some people didn't show up. Some of his employees didn't show up when they were supposed to, and another guy he thought could cover for him, he's out of town, and it didn't work out. So, anyway, that's the way it goes, but look forward to seeing you there. Some of you surely live close to Tucson. One of you, at least one of you. So, I hope you'll come out and see us. That was the highlight of my trip on Power Tour, was meeting you people, the ones that watch this channel. So, that was really fun. And, anyway, duct tape should be a good deal, fun deal. Freiburger and Vice Grip Garage, and seen Lucky Costa posted. He's going to be there, and probably some others that you know. But anyway, yeah, should be a good time. And I've been getting the old Impala ready to go, and as always, right down to the wire, boy, down to the last minute, you know. But that's the way it goes. Anyway, hope to see you in Tucson. Have a good one. Well, we're still dealing with smoke from these old fires. What are they up to? About, I don't know, 40,000 on one and almost 42 on the other thing, I think. Anyway, that smoke is getting to us. It's getting hard to handle. It's better today, actually. Yesterday morning, I couldn't even see across the canyon. Couldn't see those hills over there. And, you know, before a trip, it seems like you got a bazillion and one thing to do, and that's the case right now. One thing I got to do is rocker arm cover gaskets there. Got to deal with that, and I've got to deal with the headlights, adjusting the headlights. I've got parts missing in there. Everything's a bunch of stuff gone. I'm holding that in with baling wire and deck screws and duct tape and impossible to adjust. So I got this little kit that's got everything, the new plastic inserts and the little adjuster screws and the springs and all that. So I got to do that. And let's see, we got a pinion seal we got to put in. We got a new rotor and a cap, and don't know if we're going to really need those, but we're gonna have them. Probably throw the others in the trunk. And then I got a major issue. I'm gonna pull the back seat out of this thing once again, because I got a major issue going on back here with this trim. I'm losing my trim. This little clip in here has popped out, and I think I've got some new ones. I'm gonna dig around a little bit, but two of them are missing, or they're not inserted. So, and then the nut's completely gone off this back one. And I got to do that now because the boys who painted this, well, Harmon had me scuff this thing up with a brown Scotch-Brite, and I did. And then when I got it back from paint, you could see scratches all in it. And I said, Harmon, I don't think they put enough paint on it. And he goes, no, that's not it. He said, that's the clear. They just need to buff that clear down a little bit more. And then, well, I found one place down here where it's real hazy. They just, I don't know if it's back here in front or back of the tire, but anyway, they just missed a spot. And they're going to come up and fix it, you know, it ain't no big deal. And that's, yeah, well, no, actually, I think we changed that. I think I'm going to take it down and have them buff the whole thing. But I got to get that trim straightened out. So in order to do that, got to pull the back seat out. And to get this panel off on the inside, to get to these clips, you have to take that panel off. In order to take the panel off, you got to take the back of the seat out. In order to take the back of the seat out, you got to take the bottom out, and away we go. So I'm going to move it over into the other bay and get started on that. Yeah, just a million and one things, ain't it? Tick, 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 tick. I was in Chicago, south of Chicago, on my way home from that trip in June. I thought the alternator was going out. Actually, I drove from Detroit all the way to Chicago on that battery. The alternator wasn't working. So I thought I needed a new alternator, and I went and got one, and that's $1,000 alternator there. No, it was a lot. It was twice what I'd have to pay for it here at home. I know that. It was horrible, and had a hard time finding one. Had to call ahead, find a store down the road. Finally found one at AutoZone. I think it was just horrible. And right here at home, my God, they got them on the shelf all day long at Napa or O'Reilly's. So I don't know what the deal is. They just don't drive these old cars around back there, I guess. So anyway, I put this alternator on in the parking lot, and 179 degrees out there, and had my tools and my cold drink, iced tea, and I was doing fine, you know. And then after I got it in, I discovered why it wasn't charging. It wasn't the alternator at all. When we were in Detroit at Robo Frank's house, I got up in there, I climbed up in here, and I reset that intake because it was leaking, and I wanted to goop it up and reset it, and I did that. And in the process of doing that, my big old clodhoppers got in here, and I kicked the wires off the voltage regulator accidentally. Just knocked them loose. So there was nothing wrong with my alternator. Of course, I turned it in for a core, you know, and now I've got this piece of junk, this Chinese thing. It's going tick, 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 and it ain't a lifter, it's that alternator. So I'm probably gonna have to go get a different one and then throw this one in the trunk for a spare. I don't know. It's just kind of disgusting that you can't buy anything that'll work nowadays. But that's not the issue at hand. I gotta get that back seat out. So I'm gonna quit talking and get busy. Okay, I thought I had a whole bag full of these little clips. Things like this, but that's apparently not the case. So I'm gonna have to, there's one new one, nothing in there. This is a new strip for this passenger side, but I don't need it. I just need the clips. So I'm gonna have to harvest some stuff out of this old one and hope that I can get enough and make them all work. Yeah, we'll see. Well, I got the trim back on nice and solid this time. Really, really good. So now I got to get the seat put back in, and I got to get it over here on the lift and pick it up in the air and do some other things. We're doing other things, such as such as, yeah, other things.
Choose a line. You can reach the line of Buy your car today with
Well, I pulled the pinion seal, and of course it's the wrong one. One I have is the wrong one. And I got online to look at them, and I thought I'd pick one up. And why is it that at O'Reilly's it's $7, Rock Auto it's $4, and Napa it's $37? I don't think so. Yeah, I could get it tomorrow at Napa, but it's just the principle of the thing, you know? That's ridiculous. So, I'm going to order one. I'm going to order one from O'Reilly, have it here Tuesday, and I'll just, if I don't have time to pop it in, I'll take it with me. And this one's not leaking that bad. I'm just going to snap it back in and top it off. And we'll see what happens. We'll see how much time I have on Tuesday. I'll probably get time to put the other one in. That's the way she goes. Y'all remember back when bending over and picking up a nut off the floor was not a big deal? Well, I do. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay, I've got to figure out how I'm going to run these lines now. Keep them away from the exhaust, that sort of thing. Let me study on that a bit. Well, I'm not sure I like that. It doesn't pick it up very much. Thought it would raise it more than that, but the old ones didn't raise it much either. So they're doing their thing, but I was hoping to have a little rake to it. I guess that's not the case. When I was on power tour back in Detroit, Frank's place, we had this thing up in the air and noticed the pinion seal leaking a little bit. So that's something I'm going to take care of before this trip, I guess. Might as well get her done. What'd that take, 10 minutes? Wonder what flat rate is for that. One thing I'm having an issue with is the fuel gauge. That's a brand new sending unit and it works most of the time, but once in a while the gas gauge decides to not work for a little while. So you have to keep track of your mileage because it'll hang up at a little over halfway, half tank, and you don't know what you got. So I carry a little spare gas because I've run out several times over the last years, several years. So I'm gonna go up there and clean that. I can see already where I cleaned that off when I put that ground on there, but I'm gonna clean it again and see if that won't help things a little bit. That's usually what it is. A gas gauge, usually background. Well, lots of times it is. I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can clean it up and try it again. Kind of hard to get to. When you get your head up in here, you can't reach it. And when you can reach it, you can't get your head up in here. Okay, I cleaned that off real good. All the contacts and put a new screw in. We'll see what happens. Okay, I think that's the best I can do. It's all we can do is the best we can do, ain't it? I think I'll run with that. Well, we got another thing on the agenda. I've got a kit. These headlights are just horrible. I can't even drive at night. You know, the brights are blinding people and the dims are shining right down here in front of the bumper and you can't see nothing, can't see where you're going. I don't know, I suppose I should upgrade these things, but first I'm gonna try to just get them adjusted right. You know, they were okay back in 1963, but so was I. I'm missing some adjusters is what the deal is. So I got this little kit, got everything in it. Just kind of archy rigged together right now. Oh, I missed the screw too in the bottom there. Oh, okay. Okay, two screws. Hold this outer ring on, I guess. And then there's a spring goes through that ring as well, appears to be. And there's a bolt in here instead of an adjusting screw. So that's not good. Wonder who did that. I don't know anybody around here do a thing like that. I think that's all I'm missing is just this one piece. There we go. Okay, after dark, I'll run down on my driveway. I've got a level spot down there and I'll see if I can sight these guys in. Make sure all the hardware's still in the rest of them. That seems to be all there and the spring's on, and I'll make sure they're actually turning, and I will lube them up, and yeah, I'll squirt a little lube in there. Okay, I'll do the other side, but I won't make you watch. Well, I found the same thing on this side. Somebody had put a bolt in there instead of an adjustment screw. Boy, if only I could get my hands on that guy. All right, next, I got a cap and rotor I need to swap out. So, yeah, let's get that done. Okay, maybe that'll run. I'm gonna keep these, throw them in the trunk. Well, I think I got one more thing to do. Then I can go adjust these headlights pretty soon. Things are leaking pretty bad. Well, there's dim. There's one shining right there. One shining right there. One shining about 20 feet out. The other one about 30 feet out. When you're down around the road, you can see nothing. So I'm gonna tinker with them a little bit. See what happens. All right, boys and girls, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to watch my silly little old video. Means a lot to me, and we'll see you soon right back here on Whalen Wire's Old Iron, right after the Tucson duct tape drags. So looking forward to that, and sure do appreciate you.